This is Ben from Testiv, and we're solving an SAT algebra problem. This problem asks us how many integers are in the solution set of absolute value 2x minus 6 is less than 3. So basically we want the absolute value of 2x minus 6 to be less than 3. Okay, so first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to look at, well, what would need to be true for it to be less than 3. I'm going to look for a cutoff where it would actually be 3 or greater. So that would make it 2x is, and I'm going to ignore the absolute value for a second. You'll see why. 2x is less than 9. Okay, so basically anything that's going to make, anything times 2 that makes it 9 or greater. So 5 is too big, because that would give us 10 minus 6, which is 4, which is not less than 3. Okay, 4. So let's try 4. Let's plug 4 in. So 4 gives us absolute value of 2 times 4 minus 6, which is equal to 8 minus 6, which is 2. Absolute value of 2 equals 2. And so 4 works. So that's one integer. All right, so I'm circling it. Now let's try. Now we're going to keep going downwards because we knew 5 was too big. So let's try 3. 3 gives us 2 times 3 minus 6, which is 6 minus 6, which is the absolute value of 0, which equals 0, which is less than 3. So 3 is an integer that works. So let's try 2. 2 gives us 2 times 2 minus 6, which is 4 minus 6, which is the absolute value of negative 2. The absolute value of negative 2, recall that that is positive. It's 2. The absolute value of a negative, it becomes that number positive. So that's 2. That's less than 3, so that works. Now we can see a sort of a trend here. It seems that we may have a little bit of a curve with our numbers where we were going downwards to 0. Now we're going back up, but we're probably going to pass 3 again is my guess. So let's try that. Let's try a 1 now. So that's going to be absolute value of 2 times 1 minus 6, which is equal to 2 minus 6, which is absolute value of negative 4, which equals 4, which is not less than 3. So this does not work. So there were 1, 2, 3 integers in this solution set. And why were we able to stop there? We were able to stop because we knew that this was too big, and we knew that this was too big, and it was a trend going in that direction. So I basically used trial and error here with a little bit of reasoning at either end to see that, to find the boundaries of this absolute value. So the reason that I was able to kind of ignore the absolute value at the beginning was I was just solving for a positive value of 2x minus 6, not for a negative, and I knew I was going to work through the numbers one by one.